Back again! Welcome, brave adventurer, to my humble tavern. What are you looking for today? Spellcasters, you say? Any ideas what you need them to do? What traditions you would like to add to your merry band? Need more intel, eh? Don't fear, never fear. I have some regulars to share with you. Starting us off today, we have the Bard, virtuosos extraordinaire and spontaneous occult tradition casters. These fine players work best in a supporting role, playing a lovely duet with everyone else in the party with their composition cantrips, abilities that allow for buffs of all sorts to be shared with their allies and eventually their enemies. Their subclass is where their inspiration is derived from, their muse, whether it be the Enigma, the Maestro, a polymath, or good old-fashioned violence. The Bard works best when they have allies to support and foes to debuff. All in all, though, they can struggle sometimes that to maintain their buff, they either must expend resources or actions in combat. A typical Bard turn only has 2 actions, as your third is reserved for your buff. And since they are a jack of all trades, they unfortunately sometimes fall into the capacity that they don't quite master anything like some of the other more dedicated classes can. If you are looking more towards the pious life, we have the Cleric. Divine casters, they prepare their spells with a morning prayer and reflective practice, as their power comes not from song, but from their deity. Alongside with deities and domains, you get access to a cleric doctrine. Whether this is that you are a cloistered cleric that allows for a little bit more deeper connection with the magic side of your faith, or a war priest able to wade in wearing heavier armor. Clerics often get this negative stigma to them, this idea that they must heal at all times. Not always. Some can sanctify to a less than holy deity, allowing them a font of harmful spells. In fact, this dichotomy of heal and harm allows clerics to be one of the most proficient at distributing vitality and void damage. Heal their preferred living or not friends, and harm their opposites. The cleric does run into the problem that their spell list is lacking in overall damage options, as well as it is a hard choice to choose whether you want to be a full-fledged caster or to take a small hit for the cost of wearing armor and getting access to your deity's favored weapon a little bit more strongly. But if you need someone to help out, there is no one better than a cleric. Ready to release your wild child, are you? Well then, the Druid might be right for you. These primal prepared casters also excel in control, but their unique ability allows them the Wild Song, a secret language that allows them to speak both with plant, animal, and other various spirits of nature. Their order allows them to exemplify a different aspect of nature, whether it be natural elements and weather, animals, plants, or to become that untamed creature itself, and allow them to access an untamed form of bestial proportions. All in all, a rather versatile class. It does fall into the problem that the more orders you wish to embody, the more problems a druid has. Not much spellcasting and complex finger movements when you're a bear, after all. But if you want someone to rock pure elemental magic, or the natural grace of nature, look no further than a druid. Spellbook caught your eye, eh? The wizard is a prepared caster of the arcane variety. They believe that by deducing the natural order of things, they can start manipulating it how they would like. How they choose to manipulate it is entirely based on their arcane school. My friend here is a mentalist. He likes to work on making sure that people are happy and the world is seen the way he wants it to be seen. Alongside the arcane thesis that allows them to exemplify and embody a specific facet of their personal rhetoric on how spells ought to work, the wizard is unparalleled in the versatility of their utility of casting. Their downside is that by far he is the weakest and most fragile, and some other folk in other lands might focus on the fact that wizards here focus a little bit more on their utility and control than the sheer damage numbers they can output. But rest assured, a wizard is a most vital member of any party. Now, adventurer, I have saved this one for last because to explain the witch is to explain a lot more. You know, as they say, a witch is only as good as his patron. They don't say that? Nah, they ought to. The witch's patron allows them to have access to a tradition tied greatly to that patron's desires, wants, and motivations, as well as a pet familiar. And I know you're going to say that others can have pets, and yes, they can. But tell me, dear adventurer, does anyone else talk to their pet fox to get their abilities to warp reality from? No, that is the witch's bond with their familiar. And when they use their unique hex cantrips given by their patron, the familiar embodies and can share in a bonus effect unique to that patron's theme. The downside is, does the witch use this to their advantage and possibly draw attention to their special pet, causing it untold harm? All in all, a very complicated man. The witch is still a welcome member around any campfire. And with that, we have met everyone who is currently patroning the establishment. Do not worry, there is a new caravan coming in before you know it. Shenanigans aside, this has been the caster rundown for the player core for 2nd edition Pathfinder. If you've enjoyed this or found it interesting or learned something that you didn't know, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment down below what video or idea you would like to see explored next time. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.